Hey guys, it's Mary from Psychic Soulmate. This video is an unboxing of the Robin Wood Tarot. OMG, I'm so excited to get this deck. It's one that was dear to my heart for a long time. I saw Dave, Dave is my husband, and he has this deck and he's always worked with them. And I said, well, one day I'm gonna get that deck, but I didn't feel like it was a need all these years because I thought, well, as long as you got it, I can see it, I can look at your deck. We don't swap decks, we use each other's decks because, well, it's sacred. When your deck is your personal, it's your personal. It's like your toothbrush. It's like it's yours. But at the same time, you know, when it comes to oracle cards, I'm okay with that. He's okay with that. We share oracle cards, like they're both together. Oracle cards are different than tarot cards. So this is one deck that I've been wanting to get, and I needed it now of all times. I said, I need this deck. And I called my local metaphysical, one of my favorite metaphysical shops in here where I live, and I just asked them, I called them and I said, do you have the Robin Wood Tarot? And they said, yes, we do. And well, because everything's closed, they were more than happy to do curbside for me, which was amazing. Odyssey Books, I love, love, love them, and they do a lot of online stuff now. So I'm just so ecstatic with that because I've missed them since the COVID-19 and the self-quarantine and self-isolation. It's like, I need to get out to a metaphysical crystal shop and just look at cards and look at crystals. So this was such a treat to go there and pick them up on curbside. Yeah, so anyways, I'm just dying to open them. These are by Llewellyn. Yes, they're Llewellyn. And so here we go, finally. And I'm just going to give it a little sliver. Here we go. Okay, so it comes in its nice little box. Actually, I like the way the flap is because it's a little bit harder cardstock than your typical, not like the oracle cards and the newer decks, but this is an older deck that's been out since 91. It says 1991. I don't know if this is the first edition or second, but it comes in a little guidebook, you know, just to tell you what the cards mean and give you some spreads. Oh, this is the 23rd printing. Okay, so they came out in 1991, and yeah, this is amazing. Okay, so I was just looking. I just like to read. I like to read the history, but I'll look at that after. So it gives you a little bit of a description of the cards, and I don't need that. I never look at the guidebooks. And it is double shrink wrapped. So I am just going to carefully. Oh, you know what? I found a pin on the floor. Because I use an altar cloth when I put my cards out, and I was, actually I bought a silk pillowcase off of Amazon and I cut it, or actually I used that thing to kind of like take I'm not a sewer, and I just like to, because I just wanted a single sheet, right? And so what I did was I pinned it, and then I took this tape and I just used the iron. I'm not a sewer. So anyways, a pin fell, long story short, a pin fell on the floor. And so that is what and I'm wondering, I'm like, where did this come from? Somebody gave me a really good tip. They said, why don't you use a Q-tip to open your cards? And I thought, you know what? I have Q-tips. I don't know why I don't use that. But I'm still gonna have to use a scissor, but this is a start. This is a start. I do like to use, I don't really care for shrink wrap, but I do appreciate it because it did protect the cards to get to me. And I've cleansed everything. I cleansed them with the, and usually before Odyssey gives us all, when you check out, they always use a big singing bowl to cleanse their crystals and to cleanse the cards and cleanse everything. So it's really cool. Okay, so I know that they're cleansed. Okay, so here are the cards. It's a really thin cardstock, but I don't care. It's actually good quality though. It's really good quality. This is the back, Celtic knots. I love that. They remind me of Dave's deck. Now I'm gonna go take my cards and look at his after when we're done to see how much different, because he got his deck like years and years and years ago. Like probably when the first printing. Okay, so here is your Fool. You got to look at this color. Look at the colors of these. They're just like super gorgeous. They just are. They're classic. The Magician. I think that's what sold me on these cards, because I would see them, and Dave works with them every morning, and I would see them and I said, this is a deck that I got to get. And I'm just so grateful that I got them. That's the High Priestess. You know how I feel about High Priestess. Yeah. The Empress. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah. Emperor. Hierophant. I like to go through the major arcana. First, the Lovers. I know, very realistic. The Chariot. The Strength. Hermit. Very Rider-Waite. Wheel of Fortune. If you see my table here, I got tons of tarot decks on my table because I just grab and, the other day I thought I lost a tarot deck and I found it. And I was like, where's my tarot deck? One of them. That's the Hangman. The Death card. Interesting how it's in a red robe. Usually the Death card is in black. I just noticed that. We got our Temperance. The imagery is just so beautiful and like, look at this. This is the Devil card. And look, that's exactly what the Devil card is. It's so close. They can get out of their own restriction, their own toxic, restriction in some way. Oh, the Tower. Yeah, the Tower is very traditional. I am so excited. The Star. The Moon. I like it. It's like a little dog. I like the dog. Dog looks friendly. Looks like our pet, one of our pets, right? The Sun. Oh, I love the Sun. I love, love, love the Sun. I am so happy that I got these cards. You don't understand that. They're making me so happy. Judgment. There's a little bit of nudity in them, I have to say, and they're a little bit realistic. It's like, okay, but it's art. Somebody's art is so beautiful. Oh, so that was the World. And then we got the Pentacles, and they are so green. Look at the King of Pentacles. I just got to show you that. Oh, wow. They are gorgeous. Now, I'm just going to give a quick shuffle and pick a card for us. So what we all need to know. Everybody watching. Yeah, it's good to get in tune to your cards, but I do that before I even open them. For me, I just keep holding on to them and I get my energies into them because I know tarot and I know that I'm feeling very drawn. I'll probably work with these cards more often. I know I'm going to work with them. Maybe my next reading video coming up, upcoming reading videos, weekly reading videos. Okay, I got to concentrate. Okay, give us a message for our highest good. What do we all need to know right here and now? Everybody watching, what do we all need to know? For our highest good. Okay. Hermit. You see that? Oh, and then we got the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Hermit, I'm going to tell you right now, the Hermit is going within, finding your inner light, finding the light within you, finding something inside of you, something that's been here that you don't see, like your light is shining on you and you don't see it. Like when I say that, I mean like there's a light that's there. You don't see it. Like the door is opened but you need to just step out. There's something that you need to do, but you need to go more inward. That's what it's telling you. You need to do some more inward. And I know a lot of us are doing the self-quarantine and we're feeling like isolated, but you have everything that you need inside of you right now. You can be happy in this moment, just tapping into that inner light and listening to that voice that's silent inside of you. And also maybe there might be somebody that's giving you words of wisdom that you need to hear. Like me, I'm telling you right now that there's nothing to be afraid of right now, that everything that's going on, you got nothing to be afraid of, that you are okay, you are safe, and this too shall pass. And you need to, this is a time of quietness. There's a little bit of quietness, and maybe you need to be just a little bit more quiet. Maybe you need to just just meditate a little bit. I'm talking about, when I say quietness, I mean like you just need to like focus on you. It's all about you. Stop focusing on the other things, about this, about that. Stop looking at other things and start looking at inward. Go inward. The Two of Cups is actually a love card, but it's a self-love. This is what I'm seeing it as, self-love. But it's also, if you are looking in relationships, it represents mutual love between two people. So if there's someone that's in your mind right now that you need to connect with, this person's thinking of you too. Whoever comes into your mind while I say that, there is someone that you are very much thinking about and caring about and wanting to know how they are and just feeling their energy. They are feeling the same thing about you. You know, it's not to say that you need to pick up the phone and just, you know, do that and start making a conversation with them and trying to, you know, get them back, or don't. I'm not saying to do that, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, to do it or not to do it. It's more about just so you know, so you can put yourself at peace of mind. Listen to your heart, though, if you want to do that. Like, listen to what Spirit is telling you, because that's what it's telling you. Your intuition is maybe on high right now, and you don't realize it, but you got to quiet the noise. Turn off the TV. Don't look at the news. That's what I said. When I meant TV, I meant the news. It's just, and I know people argue with me about that. Well, if I don't watch the news, how am I going to know what's going on? Yes, mind you, but don't sit there and just, you know, absorb it, because you're absorbing that energy, and you need to go into you. You need to do the mechanics, not looking at a mechanical thing that's in front of you, or diving into the drama that you're hearing. You need to dive into the manual stuff. You need to go and you need to watch watch the animals. You need to, when I'm saying animals, I know the zoos are probably closed right now, but it's like, you know, look outside, look out your window and just look at the animals, look at the birds, look at the squirrels, look at all the animals. Like, just, you know, tap into that peaceful, loving energy, and just, you know, put your hand on your heart and breathe. If you're feeling some anxiety, put your hands on your heart and just breathing. That's what the Hermit is telling us, because that light is shining. There is a light inside of you, and we look for another person to shine that light to us, because that light that we're seeing and that love that we're feeling is actually inside of us, right? That is what that love is all about. So you need to just go and focus on you, okay? And you are perfectly aligned to your truth. You know, you are so aligned, and you have to know that. You have to tune into what is true to you. You know that. You know you have everything you need. Okay, I'm just going to pick one more card. On Death card. Okay, it does not mean physical death. Don't let that scare you. Don't let all the horror stories that you're seeing right now going on the media scare you and thinking, oh, somebody's going to come after me. It's going to come after me, you know, the coronavirus or something like that. Please. It's not. It's not going to come after you, but you need to, I mean, play safe. But you know what I mean? What I'm talking about is, I don't want to go on either sides. What I'm trying to tell you is empower yourself. New beginnings happening for you right now. Life is changing. A major transition that's taking place right here now. Your life is going to be totally different. You are going to go through a dramatic change. Something new is coming to you in your life. Something really positive. Wow. Got a lot of information on that. You know, that I said these cards are hitting home, and I am just so grateful to unbox them for you guys. And yeah, so anyways, if you're interested in getting a longer reading with me, I'll read these cards for you. I'm doing audio. I'm doing also not only audio, but I'm doing video chat as well with my readings now. I closed it for a while, but I opened it now because we all need to communicate and see each other. I just needed some time, you know, just for that's me, and to focus on reading. But now I'm ready to expand and do live, like video chat, like I'm talking to you. You'll be seeing me live like this. So if you want to book a session with me, go to my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com. And until the next video, I wish you all peace, blessings, love and light, and stay safe.